What's up, dudes and dudettes in the internet? My name's Scythe and we are back here with more Skyrim Special Edition. Let's play this game together. How y'all doing today, folks? Hope you're doing fantastically wonderful. Hope this video makes your day even better. Last episode, we ended up getting a little bit of hints here and there about an Elder Scroll, and now we are at this Dwemer ruin where things are probably going to get as crazy as I think they are. But I don't want to speak too soon because I'm not exactly sure if this is the quest that I think it is. But before we get started, we very much appreciate if you would hit that like button, folks. And also today I wanted to talk about a few things. I've been mentioning this kind of before throughout the series more regularly, but obviously we are kind of in a rush to finish the main quest right now. And honestly speaking, I have already well over in fact, had my fun with Skyrim. And although I still love this game, don't get me wrong, and I'm still enjoying playing it with all of you for sure. But the fact of the matter is that now it's getting to the part of the game that isn't necessarily as exciting. Because as I mentioned in the first few episodes as well, ooh, that's pretty. This game is very front-loaded, which rightly so, most games are anyways, but because of that, what that means is that all of the fun, cool stuff is at the beginning. You know, there's all the open world exploring and everything like that. Now we're at the point where all we're doing is caving non-stop. At least today is going to be a breath of fresh air because we're going to be messing with some Dwemer stuff. And we haven't gotten to any of these things just yet. I think we have to actually go backwards to open a switch door or something, right? Yeah. But things are potentially going to end up getting a lot more interesting once we end up going to the underground section up ahead. But I have hence decided that we are going to definitely go through the main quest here, get to the end, and then that's probably gonna be it for the end of the series, everybody. I mean, we may end up doing some of the other guilds and quests and stuff like that, but generally speaking, you know, a lot less people are also interested in the series. You know, there's not that many of us that are still hardcore into the Skyrim and everything like that. And even though, you know, again, I'm having a fantastic time, I really am, and it's not necessarily about like the amount of people watching or anything like that. No means at all like that. It's more, oh yeah, these enemies come out of the walls, I forgot. It's more that the game is starting to get to that repetitive streak, and while it might not necessarily be like that, are you bad? While it might not necessarily be like that for most people that are, you know, just getting into Skyrim and everything like that, it's more that for myself personally, you know, okay, you are bad, die then. I've played through Skyrim so much, like thousands of hours here. And because of it, yeah, that's why, like, it kind of, for myself personally, you know, nothing's new. Nothing's new at all. The only thing that would be new is the downloadable content. I see fire. That's also where these guys, the Centuries, end up spawning. Oh, that's not a Century, that's just a sphere. These guys are really cool enemies, to be sure. We're a little bit under-leveled as far as the main quest is concerned, though, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll be able to do okay here. But otherwise, yeah, that's the thing, is as far as the main quest is concerned, we really are not prepared for any of this. That's the one thing that could end up becoming a bit of a problem for us in the series, is we're getting to these points where, you know, the game requires us to have gone and explored more of the world so that we're a lot stronger for any of these different parts, right? I guess that doorway that we came across when we first came in here, the one that was all covered in the bars, the horizontal bars, I'm assuming that must have been wrecked. These are like face huggers from Aliens or something. That's so weird. But that must probably be our exit out of this place. That's probably what's going on, because, you know, the whole full circle thing. But if this is the place that I think it is, I'm pretty sure this is where we end up getting our Elder Scroll. I don't want to say necessarily. Ooh, that's not bad. I don't want to say necessarily what the gameplay is, because I know that there's one quest, but that might actually be tied to the Mage Guild, not necessarily the main quest. Yeah, I think so. So, needless to say, I know I just keep hinting at it, and it's probably getting on some people's nerves, but there's one area in particular in this game that's actually very, very cool, where you end up actually going underground into the Dwemer city, like the old ancient Dwemer city, right? And it's very, very awesome, but it's a huge, expansive cavern, like absolutely gigantic, right? I don't think that's what we end up coming across in this main quest here. I don't think so. Maybe it secretly is, and in which case, sorry about spoiling it, but hey, whatever. Now, those platforms too were kind of like, technically speaking, they can push you off the ledge, but not really. I mean, you know, if you're careful or have played any Mario games, of course you're obviously not going to run into any problems. But that's the other thing too, even as far as the series is concerned with the jokes and the humor and everything like that, you know? I mean, I'm still me, so I'm still making all the same jokes for sure. But it's like, there's not as much of an opportunity, because now the game's starting to get a lot more serious. There's not as much opportunity for us to mess around with the idea that we're Shrek and, you know, transform into a werewolf as often and everything. And that's where, you know, that's where the hundreds of hours start really pushing all of that stuff, you know what I mean? How is she able? No, she's not. She's trying to use life leech on an automaton. Like, seriously, I wish I could turn you away. Like, seriously, you were a bad party member? Even though she's actually got fantastically powerful spells, to be sure. Let's do a quick save right here, because this is pretty cool. I want to show you this because it's like Half-Life, right? If we activate one of these, we get this spinning blade of death, which is going like so slow and yet manages to kill everything. I hope it ends up stopping. Yeah, it does when it gets to the top. Okay, good. But yeah, that's still like Half-Life 2. Anybody that remembers, what the? Get out of here, you little freak. When you went into the underground mining area. Oh, Half-Life was one of my all-time favorite games. I'm pretty sure I actually, once upon a time, yeah, I did do a Half-Life 2 series. Man, that was a long time ago. Excuse me for getting nostalgic about YouTube here, but I've been doing this for a lot longer than I think. Ooh, this is where we get to the beautifulness. Now, I think if we end up fighting one of the boss enemies that I think we do, it's pretty much Optimus Prime. That's what I always called them anyways. So maybe that's where we'll get. Oh, that's Apprentice. That means we don't go down there. Yeah, okay, down here. Ooh, starting to get quite a bit of enemies here. Ouch! The fall damage hurts. Hey, come here. Stop running away, you little freak. At least our charged attacks are definitely doing good damage, though. Now, we could be running around grabbing all the treasure and stuff. Aha, Falmor! But I'm not really that interested in any of that stuff. That's okay. Let's knock this guy off the ledge. There we go. Just because it's funny. But yeah, anyways, the whole point that I was trying to get at, folks, is just that, yeah, I'm gonna be taking things a little bit more seriously as to rushing the main quest, you know? Like, I want to, the priority is to get this done, you know? Fun fact, by the way, I don't think it was this area. I think it was another area. Oh, maybe it was up there with that waterfall, because it's so beautiful, right? There was a trap there that we didn't really notice or catch on camera. But, man, the Fus Roda doesn't push those guys much. Ooh, magic. I don't want to deal with that guy just yet. But when I first got Skyrim years ago and came into this area, I remember, this was long before I started YouTube. Finishing move, don't knock me off the cliff. And I remember taking an actual picture on my phone of that waterfall that was at the top there, and putting that on the Facebook like a million years back. I thought it was so beautiful, seriously, and it looked really good even through the phone, right? Now, technically speaking, these characters actually have lots and lots of items that we could be stealing from them. The other thing I really definitely need to find some time to do, though, there's that back attack. But I really gotta find the time to grind up our smithing and get ourselves up to dragon armor and just skip over ebony, because honestly speaking, ebony just goes by like so quickly, man. But anyways, the back attack, just to elaborate on that, I mentioned that in some of the other episodes, is one of the worst attacks you can actually do in the game, because your character will backpedal more steps than the enemy in your face. So half of the time, more than half the time, you'll end up backing out of the range of the enemy, and you won't damage them anymore, you know, because you backed out of range, right? Finishing move of destiny. Also, I think there's secretly, yep. I don't like you. Do we even have any? Oh boy, he's using ice magic. Ah! That was very, very close. He could have been using one of his finishing moves on us, because I've talked about that before as well. But if an enemy ends up getting a finishing move on you, yeah, screw it. It means GG, right? And if you end up getting to a certain amount of health, the game kind of calculates based on like how much like health you end up having, and the finishing move and how much damage it's going to end up doing could actually break through the rest of your health and your defense. Usually it ends up happening with the dragons because their finishing moves takes off a huge chunk of your health, like a quarter of it. I mean, if you can even say a quarter, because our health bar is really, really weird in this game. Is this where we go? No, I didn't want to do that. Aha, see? So that's actually our exit. That means that we're actually almost done. I thought this was a loading screen, but it didn't really seem like it was. It just kind of fades out and goes back in. Oh, I see, because it's within the same dungeon. That's why it's not having that much trouble with it. Okay, we needed to go up the stairs, or is that where we came to? Oh, here we go. Ooh. Wait, why is he telling us to go backwards now? Is there an interior map? Recover the Elder Scroll. Yeah, so it looks like we gotta continue. Ooh, we gotta continue a little bit further here, as far as I remember. But this area is particularly confusing for me. Ew, that's just for a bunch of treasure. I don't want the treasure. And I also don't like how dark it's been in these past few episodes, right? Like, we've been spending too much time inside all these stupid caves. Really? Where do we go? This way? Yeah, it's gotta be this way, because you would think, even though the map is kind of pointing us backwards, we're still descending through this center column right here. Yeah, here we go. Oh, if this is what I think it is, this is gonna be a very tough battle. If it's the battle I think it is. We might not be a high enough level for it to activate. Okay, never mind, it's just a spider. Okay. Maybe it's when we get to the end of the dungeon. Get wrecked, Spider Queen. But when we get to the giant Optimus robot dude, those guys are actually pretty darn tough, to say the least. Here's one of those traps. That right there. You see? That's that Falmor trap. That's what those creatures are called that we keep running into, the weird underground goblin men. And I forget what their lore is. I think they're actually supposed to be like mutated Dwemer or something like that. Like they've been underground for such a long time that they've kind of adapted into the underground, and I think technically they're supposed to be blind or something. I don't necessarily remember all that though, so you're gonna have to excuse me, everybody. Like I said before, like it's like, although I do know a lot of the lore, it's just kind of like, I'm not the type that I ever ended up reading any of the books in the game or anything, so I don't know all of the specifications of the lore, if that's even a word. It's more that I just know, like, yeah, I knew he was gonna have a staff on him, that's worth gold. It's more just about kind of my experiences with the game, you know what I mean? Okay, here's a chest over here. Hopefully we don't have to pick this lock. Alrighty, Elven Greatsword. That's actually really good money, but we don't have the weight right now. I didn't even notice. We still have to go back to town. That's... oh man, that's worth a lot of gold. Oh well, we don't need it. Honestly speaking, I think we're going to be very well off as far as our money is concerned. No, I don't want to do that. I don't care. I think as far as like maxing out our smithing, I think we got enough gold. How much money do we actually have? Yeah, we're sitting on 6,000, close to 7,000. I think we might be able to max it out, or at least get it up enough that we can... there he is, Optimus Prime! That we can end up getting, haha! Okay, Fushro Da doesn't do anything on you. Can I use Berserk? I think I already used it for today. Yes, I definitely did. Okay, okay. Beast form, beast form, beast form. Turn into the Doge. Roar, something's happening to me. I'm transforming. Please don't attack me while I'm transforming. Aroo! Stop taking so long to animate, you stupid game. Blarg. All right, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough because we don't have, we don't have any of our special stuff right now. I guess we can bring out our frost breath because that might at least make him slow down a bit. But yeah, this guy might be a little bit, he might be a little bit trouble for me here. Okay, let me see. Can I end up freezing you? I should have used a higher level shout or something. His steam attack isn't actually working on us. We fell. Okay. Please take his aggro. There you go. There you go. She's gonna end up helping us very, very well. Sprinting attack. Okay. Please stop sprinting, you idiot. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what else we can do too? I gotta be very careful of that. But we can, worst case scenario, oh, we're gonna be good. Okay, good. Woo! Man, that was close. I forgot, we have a level up, so we could have used that to heal ourselves up. That's not bad. I guess that's not bad. Plus, it looks really cool, doesn't it? Ooh, we need that key, and that sapphire is definitely gonna help us well. Now, what about this guy? Does he have a core inside him? I don't think so. Oh, he does. Never mind. We can't carry that one, though. Why do they have amethyst and soul gems and stuff? I guess maybe that's the role play because, you know, they have a soul inside them and they're weird characters. What? Excuse me? I'm going to save because you characters are freaking me out. Can we activate this thing? I like how we got to activate it while they're sitting there doing stuff. Is someone there? Nope. Nope, we're gone. Those guys suck at their job. I forget if they're... Oh. Okay. I forget if they're evil people. Yeah, so, remember that underground city I was talking about? Yeah, we found it. So the main quest does lead us here. Okay, then it's not tied to the Mages Guild. I mean, I think one of the quests down here, very annoying quest if I do say so, has you wandering around gathering plants. Not really something that I am into. Okay, let's see. Should we get ourselves... Yeah, we gotta get ourselves some more health. And I'll work on our perks a little bit later once I organize things a little bit. There's a couple exits to this area too. That's the thing that's gonna be causing me a lot of difficulty for sure, is the fact that we have to find our exit. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're definitely not gonna get to experience all of these different areas. Rah! But... you know, we're kind of gonna make a beeline for sure. Where is... I guess I didn't set it up, did I, in our powers? The banner? Rallying banner. No, I didn't. Okay. Should have kept that one in mind, because that would have helped us with that boss fight for sure. Very beautiful place, by the way. You know, we don't really get to experience most of it right now just because of how, like, it's all underground and everything. But, I mean, look at this. Like, isn't this just amazing? It just looks so good. And then also there's, I think once we get a little bit closer to the center, but this place actually has like an artificial sun. So really, really cool as far as the lore and stuff is concerned, you know? I really wish that we had a little bit, like we really need mage light or something for sure, because otherwise it's way too dark. The other thing too, ow, I don't know what did that. Oh, you did, you little freak. Get out of here, you giant gerbil bug thing. But these mushrooms, the cool thing about them is this... Excuse me? I'm trying to show my viewers something! This is very much like Morrowind. It was all mushroomy and stuff like that. Okay, I don't know who you are up there. I'm gonna go and Fushroda you off that building, though. And you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret what you ended up doing. Man alive, my character is so slow. Oh, there's the artificial sun up in the center there. I don't care if I knock my party member off, whatever, that's okay. Oh. Well, at least he still ended up dying somehow, even though he was barely hurt at all. But anyways, I am noticing that we're on time for today, everybody, so we're gonna have to experience this place in the next episode. Absolutely beautiful and spectacular cave, though, for sure. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, regardless, everybody, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sayonara, and stay epic, everybody.